Hi everyone, it's time for a new quick tip by Janus Engineering. This month we are taking a closer look to an issue that always bothers me. Well, the first thing that I'd like to show you is this part that I do have, and as you can see there are many of those breakthrough geometries in it. The first operation shall be a roughing operation. I'm using a typical classical cavity mill for that, and the second operation shall be a finishing operation for the walls of those breakthroughs. Usually we are supposed to use the wall profiling operation. When I double click into it, we can take a closer look into the settings. And here I do have to specify the wall geometries that I want to be finished. Therefore I'm selecting them, and let me switch to my tangent faces. As you can see, I'm simply selecting all the faces, and every other face that is tangent to the first one or the picked one will be highlighted as well. But in this part, I do have some other faces that are not tangent to the selected one. Therefore, I have to pay attention which faces I have to pick and which not. And also which faces were selected and which not. So the upper part is now almost finished. I have to pick those in here as well. As you see, it's been about 130 faces. Down here, I also do have some geometry as well. In here I could simply say, okay, listen up, I will just drag a frame around it, and therefore all the other faces will be selected as well. Well, yes and no. In this case, I do have some other neighbor geometries in here as well. For instance, those holes. I don't want those holes to be selected, so therefore I will have to deselect them all by hand. So as you can imagine, it's quite an effort to get all those faces selected when using the common or the default operation for that. Therefore, I will simply deselect the below part in here and will stick to the upper part of 130 faces. When I generate the operation, we see that the finishing passes are now added onto it. Great and all. And yet, in my opinion, too much effort that I have to put into here by selecting all the faces. So therefore, let me show you another option for that. I will make a right click, insert operation, and instead of using the common or already shown 2D profile wall without floor option, I will simply select the floor and wall operation. I will choose the tool and hit the OK icon. In here, I have to specify a cut area floor. So let's go into it. And instead of picking all those walls now, I simply will click on the floor on the opposite side of the part now. I will apply with OK. I also want the cut pattern to be on profile. And the second setting that is also quite important is I have to turn around my tool axis. For now it's set to normal to the first face, but because I've selected the below face down here, it's not common for me, it's not good for me. I have to reselect the axis and say it's gonna be the ZM axis now. So when I generate my tool passes now, we see that every single breakthrough geometry now is being finished. I simply have to make some other fine-tuning settings in here. For instance, I want to change the depth per cut. For now it's set to 0 millimeters. I will simply change it up to 10. And I'd like to activate my cutter compensation. Therefore I will activate the output contact tracking data and hit on the final finish path. The next thing is I'm going to my engage move, and instead of linear I'm switching to arc, and in the closed area instead of helical I will set it to same as open area. One more thing that I'd like to show is instead of my tool finishing the path down here right at the edge of the part, I wanted to go even farther down by 2 more millimeters. For that I will deactivate use final floor stock same as part and give it a final floor stock of -2 millimeters. Okay, Now let's regenerate again. There we go now. As you can see, the tool paths are now created for every single geometry in that part. It was not necessary for me to select all those walls that I'd like to be finished. I just picked one single wall in it. So I hope that little quick tip was quite helpful for you guys. And as always, thank you for sharing, thank you for a like button, and we always appreciate a subscription from you. See you next month. Bye bye.